Luciano Zaccara. He joins me live from Doha. He is a Middle East and Gulf political analyst. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. So, one thing that I noticed when Donald Trump was addressing the Knesset is that he did not mention even once the radicalization within the Israeli society, because, of course, that's one of the primary things when it comes to what's happening in the region right now.
Well, he didn't mention this and he didn't mention many other things. I mean, he repeated many things that we already know. And he repeated a very military discourse about military victories. I mean, he's talking about peace. He's saying that this is time for peace, but he's not addressing, as you said, violence that exists in the West Bank. And he has been addressing only the military victories of Israel and the United States. Mainly, he was crediting himself for all the military victories of Israel as well. So he was not even recognizing that at some point Israel did the job, but he said that they did the job because United States supported them with the American weapons. So this is a very militaristic discourse praising only the military power, the hard power, even though he claimed that he was a businessman, that he likes to make deals and fixing problems. But he is not recognizing what is the problem of the endemic violence that exists and the radicalization that is becoming very normalized in Israel as well. And without mentioning something very important, Palestinians. I mean, he mentioned only at the very beginning once Palestinians, but then all the discourse was praising himself, Israel, his government, and all the military victories, instead of talking about what has been the suffering of the Palestinian people, not only in these 2 years, but since a long time ago, and how they are going to fix this. Because so far he's talking about peace, but how they're going to fix what happened so far in these 2 years of genocide.
Right, and no one really knows what's going to happen when this deal enters phase 2, because there are still many uncertainties revolving around this agreement. And you know what? And another key thing that I noticed at this address, the Israeli far-right ministers, for example, Itamar Ben-Gvir, were sitting right across from American President Donald Trump. And we all know that these are people who have been called war criminals by the international community. Not just that, they have been sanctioned by allies of the United States, such as the United Kingdom and countries like Canada. So what do you think this moment meant for the relationship between the U.S. and Israel?
That nothing of this will last. I mean, the mention he said, asking President Herzog to pardon Netanyahu for internal issues, gives you an idea that he doesn't care at all about the misconduct or the war crimes or anything that they have done in these 2 years of war and in other cases. We have to remember that Trump pardoned the people that they assaulted its own parliament. So this is a guy that is not respecting international law. It's not respecting the human rights, not respecting democratic values, even though he's the president of the United States and he claimed he's there because he's defending democracy. I think that his discourse today represents everything that is Trump in essence. Which values he supports, which people he supports, which people he's praising, what kind of political system he's giving priority in the whole world and in this region, and what kind of model he wants to impose in this region.
Luciano, I think he made it very clear that his number one priority as part of his tour to the Middle East was addressing the Knesset, because right when he was giving his address to the Israeli parliamentarians, he was supposed to be in Egypt at that time. But he seemed not to care much about it. He kept joking that, he might be late, and by the time he gets there, there might be only 2 countries left in Egypt, and those 2 countries might be the poorest countries. So what do you make of this? What's your navigation through this?
I mean, honestly, this is the most disrespectful way to addressing a group of leaders from all over the world, but mainly from this region, that they gather together mainly to appreciate what he did, the effort that he did to achieve this deal, even though the plan is not the plan that most of them liked. But however, they did the effort to go there and to praise him and to give support to this deal, and he's disrespecting all of them. I don't know what would be the faces of all these leaders that they are now waiting for him to show up 3 hours late, while they hear that they might have left and only the two poorest will remain there. I mean, honestly, I mean, I was shocked when I heard that, and I cannot believe that he's addressing this way. At the same time, he's asking them to pay for all what was broken by Israel. I mean, and this is the most ridiculous thing. He's asking the rich countries of the Gulf to pay for the reconstruction of Gaza, the reconstruction of the country that was totally destroyed by his friend Netanyahu. And while Netanyahu will not do anything, will not be anything, and he's the victorious one, and he will be supported until he decides to do whatever he wants with the people that they are still remaining there. It's totally disgusting.
Luciano Zaccara, thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the